Hey, welcome back to my shop. I'm Tommy Akridge, and stick around and you can watch me make this sign on the wall. Hope you enjoy. Here we're going to start out with a 3/4 board. Got my router set up on it, and we're going to start doing some cutting here. I'm going to cut out my shapes and get on to the next step. Here you can see I've got my straight edge set up so I can do my straight cuts. Doing it this way makes it really easy. Okay, here I'm just going to do a little sanding and take my chisel and clean out the corners and stuff. Spray paint a little black and cut out the circle on the scroll saw edges with the disc sander. Sand the surface smooth. Coat of black hand painted in the voids. Little sanding seal or sanding sealer. And a couple of coats of polyurethane. Now I'm going to take a piece of red oak and we're going to turn this piece of red oak down. I'm going to make a tool handle. And once I get this tool handle made, I don't show it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dowel rod that's made from poplar. I'm going to make the shaft for my tool, and I'm going to paint it silver. Here we're going to cut the ends off of both ends and sand them up and clean them up. Here I've hot glued my handle on a piece of plywood and I'm going to cut it in half. Man, it sure was hard to cut this in half after I made it. Here I'm going to paint a black outline for my wood pieces to sit on. Finished nails should hold this on, and one finished nail for that tool handle. Start cutting some strips to cut out some letters, and this is the same material that I made the circle out of, and here I'm just going to cut it in half so I'll have two pieces not so thick. Cut some letters out that I printed out on the printer so I can glue them on the piece of wood. Using some double stick tape to stick these to the piece of wood. Here I'm going to do all my straight cuts on the chop saw. And now I'm going to cut all my letters out on my scroll saw. It's pretty easy to do. Now I'm going to clean everything up on my disc sander, all my curved pieces. This is the best way to get everything smooth and curved up, and where you can see the white, I just sand it down so I don't see white anymore. Now I'm going to glue each letter on this piece of wood that I had cut out for it to go onto, and I painted it black so that it would show up on the wall. Here I use some automotive double stick tape. It just seems to hold a lot better than the kind that has the green and white stripes on it. Using the double stick tape makes it pretty easy to hang on the wall, and it'll actually pull the painter sheetrock off the wall if you try to pull this off. Okay, and you've already seen the finished product, and as you can see, it wasn't that difficult. The big round piece, that's what on my soldering gun, I brand my bowls on the bottom to identify myself. And you know, the router made pretty easy work of that. And the letters, I took the letters and I just printed them out on a piece of paper, cut them out, glued them to a piece of wood, and then cut them off on the scroll saw, sanded them up and finished them, and then glued them on the blackboard that I made. And this is what I used to get my size. And this is a piece I made just for this job. My router fits on it. It's got the flat side so I can ride it down the board. And I just put a screw in the center and I moved it up and down to where it needed to go. So it was pretty easy, and kind of enjoyed doing it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it looks good. Okay, one more thing before we go. I sent a letter to Cy down in Florida, Size Corner. She's got a YouTube channel. Sit right here. She does a lot of wonderful things. She's comical and very enjoyable to watch. I enjoy watching her channel. And she sent me a sticker back. And what I plan on doing is, over my logo here, I'm going to start putting the stickers up of anybody else who wants to send me one. I think that's a pretty good idea. And just log on to my website, TommyAkridgeDesigns.com, and you can get my address and you can just send me one. And I appreciate it, and thanks for watching.